live.
Yo, come on,
Hey,
man.
Todd, I'm gonna turn your vocals up.
MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
Dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Side down that boy.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40 yard dash time. Moss Money podcast time. S.co headlines. Money pop.
Week 7. Moss, Effie, Money. And of course, I got my right hand man with me. The homie, S. Dot.
It's good, Moss. Can't call it, brother. Another Friday.
Yeah, man. How about the weather? I'm loving it.
I'm not, man. It's a little tricky, man.
Yeah, that's right. You got the allergies all crazy.
Yeah, and they had me under the weather like a week ago.
Word. So we back for another one, man. Week 7, MoneyPot podcast. It feels like a long time. I feel like we haven't been on this thing in a minute. It's been a long week, bro. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of things in sports. A lot of things in news. What you got for me? You got anything interesting to talk about? Anything to bring up?
Well, I seen on like local news, right?
Right.
It's a school here in Coatesville. So
Philly.
right outside.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
But, you know,
but it's
local.
close enough. Yeah. But the students were protesting.
I think I saw that.
at
I think I saw
school.
that picture.
Right, because the students that went there, they had like a pumpkin carving, I guess like contest.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
Or just whatever. They might have just
Yeah,
been carving
crazy.
pumpkins, but they had a picture and one of them had KKK on it.
Yeah, and was it swastika or whatever?
Right.
The symbol, yeah.
And then they had, in the bathroom, they had a black doll hanging from the ceiling.
I didn't hear it. I didn't read that.
Yeah, by a noose.
Crazy.
So they said like the black students there were sitting in front of the main entrance protesting, saying that they're going to take a stand for it because they're not standing for that. Like,
Word, good for them.
and they're
Dangerous, but good for them.
yeah, it is. But it was from like 8, I think, to 10, and then after 10 o'clock they had to go to class, but they still refused. They was like, no, we're not going. And they was like, they'll face disciplinary actions or whatever for it. But
Right.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think they should.
No, it is a good thing.
Although to me, I mean, I'm big on, education. So if you dare to get your education, yeah. But that's still, either way, how can you learn in an environment like that?
You can't.
So it's a distraction either way.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to get no learning done in that classroom right then because you're thinking about what's going on, as you should. But I think I might rather my kid. I will be okay with them just standing there and not going back to class. I would be
absolutely.
able to, as long as they can explain to me why they're doing it, not just because.
Right.
If they can say, this is why I'm doing it, and I feel strongly, then I'm all for it.
No, I completely agree. I did see that. That was crazy. What I was thinking you were going to say was, did you see the Halloween costume one, where it was a teacher with 2 white kids, and I think they were dressed as pilgrims, and they had a little black girl in front of them, and she was in chains.
No, I didn't see
Crazy. She was all black, and not even at the head. The black, they were all smiling, like nothing was wrong. All the kids in the classroom was looking, smiling, like this is funny. But it was
and one in chains. It was a black kid.
It was a black kid, like slaves. She had her in chains, her arms behind her back.
Why would the black kids agree to that?
I mean, it was like it had to be like third grade.
Okay.
So I don't think they knew any better.
Right. That's horrible.
You know what I mean? Because they don't really teach the in-depth slavery and it's crazy.
Right. That's horrible.
It's getting wild out there, bro.
Yeah,
it's getting wild.
And it's more blatant. So, I mean, it's just something that you just got to pay attention to. It's not being hidden anymore.
Right.
So it's more out in the open. But I just thought that was a story that just took me back because it's happening so young. So they gotta imagine experiencing situations like that as a 9th grader. What, you 14?
Yeah, no, you're right.
So that's a lot for them.
Yeah, no, it is. And where I was gonna go was, speaking of the whole KKK thing, was shout out to the homie Chris Long in the Philadelphia Eagles. As a lot of people knows, he's from Charleston, Virginia, and he did come out and say that he was going to donate his first 6 checks to better education, anything that deals with the improvement of the diversity and equality in his hometown.
Right.
But then he came back out and said he's going to do his whole salary. Yeah, that's great. And it's $1 million with 1.25 max, so the base salary. So, and you can't be mad at that. I mean, especially, yes, I understand it's his hometown, but he's well aware, and everybody was aware, he is a white athlete. Right. Standing up for equality, which you do not see a lot of, if any at all. And not even that. He also made a comment. It's like, he said he sat back and he looked at everything. And he said, all this is going on, all this craziness is going on, but what are we doing about it? Everybody's taking a knee. Right. There's a representation there. There's a symbol there. Right. Okay, but what are you doing about it in your communities, and in your your hometowns, or whatever you can do? Your home, league football player, city, or wherever you are. What are you doing? And that was his biggest thing. So, can't be mad at that, man. Can't be mad at that, man. Salute the guy. I really feel like I should buy a guy's jersey. I really do. And then last week we lost the episode last week, y'all. We had we had an episode on last week. It didn't post because of copyright laws, so it's a lost file. But last week we did talk about how BDiddy came out that he said he wanted to dream big and do a league, and we talked about how we could do it and possibly those different details of that. Now, Master P came out and specifically said, I want to start another football league with Colin Kaepernick. And I sat here and I thought about it for a second. And, people don't understand how great a, businessman Master P is, especially back in the day. Like, all the No Limit stuff was coming out. It was kind of crazy. It was a different style. It was one of the first kind of, mainstream South, type sound. But just the business mind behind his whole empire and No Limit Records was just amazing. And if you don't know, you should do your research and find out about how we did contracts and how we did business.
I mean, he's paid, and he had came out. Do you remember he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets?
Yeah, for the Hornets. He was a basketball player. Yeah,
right. But
P. Miller.
He wanted to buy an NBA franchise.
Right.
But I believe of course, he got denied.
Right.
He wanted to buy his own franchise. So he has the money.
Yeah, now he has some money. And I was just thinking about, what if he really pulled this off, right? What if he got anywhere from 6 to 8 teams and Kaepernick's the face? Like, you know how amazing that would be to see that? Like a black, almost like the Negro League for baseball.
Uh-huh.
Like, it would be almost, very similar to that. That would be insane to live through that, to see a black league that was black owned, black run. Obviously most employees would more likely be black.
Right.
And it would just be crazy to see. And then Kaepernick, he already is somewhat of a folk hero, I guess say. Okay. But he would just rise. And if he was a face, now he probably wouldn't be the best quarterback in the league, but
he probably would.
In the beginning, yeah, but
he would be.
But after a year, he wouldn't.
they would have to make sure he's the face and continue to be the face.
Right.
And he probably would, because the talent is not going to be the same. So.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just, I don't know. It would just be pretty amazing, I think, to see. It would go down the test. Yeah,
I would definitely like to
absolutely.
See it. I'm not sure how long it would take for them to be able to, execute this. And like I said last week, it's just a matter of stadium-wise, who's going to let you rent out their stadium for these events.
Right.
Because if you're going against the NFL, they're definitely not going to let you. So you're going to have to go, to like the colleges, whoever, just to get an arena, because you're not going to build them. I mean, it's going to take a while.
Word.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, it would be. So, hopefully they can kind of get some, actually, obviously Master P, P Diddy, and, I think we talked about Oprah, we talked about
like Tyler Perry,
big hitters,
right.
big hitters, and see, Jig, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be kind of crazy to see. So let's go to the NBA now. What's I don't even know how to say it. Because I'm thinking about how this man Gordon Hayward and his ankle. That just I don't know how it's one of the most gruesome, most gruesome injuries I've ever seen live in my life.
Right.
And
just the end result, how it was twisted the total opposite way, was just insane.
Yeah, it was insane. I tried to find this picture for the Joan Out of Pocket. I didn't want to make light of his injury, but it was a picture of him on the ground, and it was like a caption like, "When you the best at Twister."
Oh wow! Wow. And the internet is undefeated.
Undefeated, bro. Undefeated. And he had every color. And with his toe, he had like green or whatever. It was crazy. It was hilarious. And then, keep going with the NBA, man. Speaking of, Howard's injury, like, look, I made a list. I'm sorry, Hayward's injury. I made a list, which is crazy. So we got Gordon out, Chris Paul's out, Embiid's got restrictions. Jeremy Lin just went out for the season. Nicholas Batum is out. Zach LaVine, Isaiah Thomas, Darren Harris, Jabril Parker, Rondo, Beasley, Gordon, Kawhi, Parker. What's the boy from Utah? Exum? Is that how you say his last name?
Dante Exum.
Yeah, Dante Exum. Like, it's crazy.
And only about 5 of those people that you named is a factor.
I wouldn't say that. Batum's a factor.
No, he's not going to take them anywhere.
I mean, but he's still a factor on that team. He's a big part of that team.
Chris Paul.
Right. Parker.
Which one? Tony Parker or Jabari Parker?
I think both.
Tony Parker, his days is done.
Yeah, he's done.
So, I mean, Patty Mills come in and he's more productive in this system.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to go with that one.
Devin Harris is a big part of Dallas.
No.
He's not?
No.
What?
No. Because they got the young boy, Dennis Smith.
Yeah, but he ain't dropping 25 or 30 like Harris would.
Devin Harris, I don't know. But go ahead.
And then Gordon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Kawhi. I thought Exum was a big part.
No, Exum's okay. He hasn't really. He's been hurt more than he's been productive.
Right.
Because he broke his. I think he broke his leg in his rookie year. But Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, Thomas and Rondo. He's an influence of somewhat.
And he can be a cancer too. So it could be a good or bad, but yeah,
it's a long season.
It definitely is. But with these injuries, I mean, like Chris Paul came out, he might be out 4 weeks.
I think they said 2 to 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, so that's big for Houston. But the best thing is, he's not their best player. They still got Harden.
I mean, they're just gonna be what they were already.
Right, so, and that's okay. I'm okay. I think they'll be able to weather the storm with the 4 weeks without Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Kawhi's out, but
he got some with his quad, right?
Yeah, he's a monster, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
So
easy top 3 best players in the league.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Especially probably number 1 both way player.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's definitely a factor. And Isaiah Thomas, I mean, kid averaged 28 last year.
Right.
So you can't just disregard that. Although they got.
We were just talking about that, man.
Yeah.
The Cavs are so dangerous.
Yeah, they're deep. They're much deeper.
At least what, 10? 8?
They probably got a 10-man rotation. 9. They'll probably playoffs have to like trim it down to like 8, but right now they got like 9 to 10.
Crazy.
I just want to now is Draymond played today, right?
Yeah, they said he was playing.
Okay, yeah, but that's an injury to keep your eye on too, because if he's out, man, he's their dog.
Yeah, they were saying that they're still losing too, 57-42.
Okay.
But they were just saying that he like they're tired from all the traveling. Because where were they, in China or something? Or the Warriors? They were in China doing something. I forget when everybody was doing like preseason stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, it might take some time.
I know Klay Thompson was over there for sure.
Yeah. Didn't he miss a dunk? That's something crazy that went viral.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were gonna stay on the basketball, man. Sixers, they lost to the Wizards, but they could have won that game. I thought they had some late mistakes that a young team would. I think they're still searching for their identity, and the Wizards have been there before, their season, so that, that's nothing new to them. And in my opinion, looking at that team play, they still need another shooter. Like Fultz is a scorer, but he's still raw. Obviously, he's working on the shot, but I like what I saw with him. The moment wasn't too big for him to take over.
Right.
Well, not take over, but get his own, just ball.
Be comfortable.
Yeah, get his own shot. He didn't seem rattled. Simmons is a monster. He looks like he belongs, but when they had mismatches, when he at least had 5 inches on somebody, they didn't go to him in the post.
And it seems like he's not. And this will come with time. So he'll be able to learn and see. And it could come later in the season. It can come in another year or two. Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot of good players sometimes just to realize and utilize their body from the jump. Right. Like with a player like him, he's more.
He plays like a guard.
Right. He's a facilitator. Yeah. Everything else comes to him because he's just that good. Right. But his mentality when he's on a post with switched up on Kyrie Irving, you gotta say, give me that ball. Right. And you know, and like I said, it'll come with time because he probably don't really have no good post moves.
I was about to say, I don't think he's got good post moves.
He's not comfortable down there, right? Right. So it'll come with time. Definitely come with time. It came with Kevin Durant, LeBron, all the guys.
Yeah, but they're all shooters. That's That's my only problem.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons, I don't think he's comfortable down low. So.
Right, but I'm saying like those guys. You said like those guys could go on the post, but those guys were taking fadeaway shots. You know what I mean? Like they're all shooters. Like he's not a shooter whatsoever. He's what is he? Maybe 15 feet and then 12.
And like that'll come with time too. Just the development of a shot. He just likes to get everyone involved.
No, he does. He does.
I mean, his mentality is just a little different, but he's definitely got to adopt the mentality like. I got a smaller guy on me down.
You're 6'10", 6'11", with somebody
possibly 7 foot.
Yeah, yeah, and you got somebody 6'5" on you, 6'6" on you. That's all day. Yeah. We'll see where they go. They'll see where they go. He's a monster in the making. It's gonna take some time.
It's gonna take some time, but I think he's gonna be a really good player.
Yeah, he looks like he belongs. And if he had a shot in post moves, I really think he would be the best player on the team. I think
I'm gonna tell you that's something that you okay with right now. You let him develop the skills of getting everybody involved. Attacking the basket at certain times. Grabbing your rebounds, and then as he get a little older, he's gonna develop a shot. He's gonna develop some moves. So it's now putting it all together. That's when he's gonna be able to really put his stamp on the game and become Ben Simmons that I honestly think is going to be good.
Yeah, I think we said a couple of times before. I think we said about 2 or 3 years out, and that's what they look like.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a shame because I don't know if Redick will be here in 2 or 3 years.
And that's fine. You can get a shooter, not his
I'm
quality.
about to say, yeah, like
not
him,
his
no.
quality, but you can get a shooter.
How old is Redick? Early 30s?
Yeah, but you got to think about it. It's developing shooters right now on other teams. That's not going to be able to be signed or whatever. Like
But we don't have a shooter that we're developing. That's the funny thing. The last pure shooter on the team was Corver. Was McDermott here once? Or no? Was Doug here? Or no?
But I mean, they I guess they're trying to develop Robert Covington's shot.
He's so streaky though. He's a streaky shooter.
But he can shoot. I mean, he surprised me. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, but he still bricks.
He does, but he had an okay game tonight too.
Yeah, but I think the first game he hit the backboard a couple times. No rim, just backboard.
Guess what? It went in the basket.
Yeah, it did.
It went in the basket, and you're a ticket.
Right.
But it's it's just guys that they can probably snatch from another team or whatever. But
they still got draft picks too.
Yeah, it's gonna take them. I give them another 2 years to really make some moves.
So time for our Joan out of pocket, little segment here where we look on the internet, as my homie Stevie said. I call him Stevie. My homie Steve said.
Sure, that's just wine over there, man.
It's just wine, bro. A homie Steve, shout out, the internet is undefeated. And I tried to find that Gordon Hayward Twister thing, but couldn't find it. But I did find something for you here, buddy. This joint kind of funny. Shout out to the homie Snoop for this one. Snoop always got some good stuff. You seen this?
Nah.
No, you ain't seen it? I'm going to turn it up for y'all. This joint hilarious.
Shotgun formation. Running back comes in motion. He looks open, but he doesn't see him. Running it himself. Looking end zone. Holy fuck! Viewers across America, I'm sorry for my language, but well-deserved. Leaps over those
He got fired. He got fired the next day. You talking about me? What was he drinking to just let that one slide?
You gotta play that one more time.
He's in the
I don't.
end zone
All right.
for a touchdown.
Yeah, that joint is hilarious, bro. He just let it all out.
But I don't give a shit anymore. My producer sucks anyway. Leaps into the end zone. Touchdown.
He says producer sucks anyway.
Shotgun formation. Running back comes in motion. He looks open, but he doesn't see him. Running it himself. Looking end zone. Holy fuck! Did anybody see that? Viewers across America, I'm sorry for my language, but well-deserved. Leaps over those pussies into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm probably going to lose my job for this language, but I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyway.
Tell him how you feel.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Tell him how you feel. Oh, man. Like you said, the internet is undefeated. That was some hilarious shit. I'm not going to lose my job, though. Oh, man. That was a good one, man.
Yeah, that's a great laugh. Oh, man. While we in the middle, I was watching First Take, and they was talking about it, and it was on regular ESPN, too. They was talking about redoing 50 greats. Of basketball.
Okay.
And I seen like a couple players that they was gonna take out, which was Pistol Pete, James Worthy, Clyde Drexler.
I don't know. I don't agree with Maravich, Pistol.
Right. And that's what a couple of them said. They was on the fence, but then they looked at who they was putting in, which was AI.
AI didn't make the top.
I thought he did though, but I seen on this list it said AI, but I thought he made it. But I'm not sure.
Where is he? Is he top 10
of all time?
Bro, he was 5'8".
No, not top 10 of all time.
No.
Nah.
If he had a ring, he'd be top 10.
Probably not.
Really?
Top 10
Yo,
all time?
Yo, he was 5'10", barely, averaging 30.
Bro. Not top 10 of all time.
Huh. He's the best player of all time under 6 foot, obviously. There's nobody, you know what I mean? Not even close.
You could argue that. You could say Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, you could argue.
I guess you could say Thomas is right there.
Yeah.
Who did they switch? What they put Brian at?
They was putting Brian. They didn't have it in order. It's not in order. Period.
Oh, it's just greatest.
It's just the 50 greatest players.
Oh yeah, AI's got to be in there. There's no way AI's not.
Yeah, and it was they put Ray Allen in there, Reggie Miller.
How was Reggie not in there?
Yeah, Steph Curry, Durant.
I guess I could see Durant.
Dwayne Wade.
They didn't finish yet.
Right, but Steph is a 2-time MVP.
No, he single-handedly brought that franchise back.
Yeah, 2-time MVP. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Durant, champion, MVP, Finals MVP.
He's just a freak of nature, though.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
And he's not done yet either.
Nah.
He I think he gets 1 or 2 more, at least.
I agree.
Eagles.
5-1.
Power Rankers came out. You already know it.
Number
1 in the NFL. Especially with KC losing.
Yeah, I seen that today. With KC losing, we got the best record in the league.
Best record in the league, number 1 in the Power Rankings. Pretty much the consensus across the board. It's tough, though, because we got holes, obviously, in the secondary. That's why, we're just playing the best right now. We have the best record, I believe. And I think you put up something on the MoneyPot Podcast Facebook page. Make sure you check us out. MoneyPot Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook, on SoundCloud, on YouTube. Check us out. That we have 2 of the top 5 offensive linemen in the league.
Right.
Old dog, Jason Peters, still getting it done.
Yeah, ranked 1, and Lane Johnson ranked
4. Our defensive line is disruptive.
Right. They don't always get home, but they disrupt the pocket.
And we have an MVP candidate in our quarterback.
Right.
So, should we start talking about booking a room in Minnesota for the Super Bowl, bro? Is that? Is it? We're almost halfway in the season.
I'm gonna tell you what. Let us get through this mid part of the schedule, and then we can talk about that, because I think this is where a lot of good teams are made. Sometimes it's easy to go out to a quick start, but you got to maintain it, because now you got the bullseye on you.
So, we already know what Wentz does at home. And we have 3 games at home straight. And then we have a bye. And then we go to Dallas. And then out of the next 5 games, we're full on the road.
Right. And we got Seattle and the Rams back to back.
Right, which is tough.
Right.
Which is tough. So we got Washington, the Niners, and Denver coming up. We're 5-1, 3 games. That's hard to say. We could easily be 8-1 going into the bye.
We could.
7-2.
We could.
It'll be. I don't. A lot of those games. There's going to be a letdown game somewhere, because the Chiefs game really wasn't even a letdown game. We could have won that game.
Yeah,
so
we was up 2 in the 4th.
Yeah. So there's going to be a letdown game somewhere in here where I don't know, because every time I think they're going to lose, they go out and dominate and win. So
only game, I'm gonna tell you this. 49ers are a little scary because they
always cover.
Right. But I think we'll beat them. I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them.
It's Denver who I think we could easily lose to.
It's possible.
Because they have an elite defense. An elite defense.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of their offense, though. That's the thing. Like, their offense doesn't...
No, it doesn't scare me at all, but their offense is... They can do enough to win a game.
Right.
With that defense. They can do enough to win a game.
I can dig it.
But that's the only one that pretty much scared me. I think we're going to, on Monday, we're going to beat the shit out of Washington.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. I mean, I like our chances if we're we're home field, and everybody talks about how our secondary is a weak point, but I think Peterson came out this week and said Darby is starting to practice, which is huge.
Yeah, I don't think he's back this game. Maybe next game.
No, yeah, he's not back this game.
I don't think he's back this game.
They're gonna wait for him to be 100%. They're 5-1.
Our secondary. You can easily say it's the weak part, but they come away with turnovers somehow. They had 3 last game. 3
yeah, I know
receptions.
they're top 3, I think, in the turnover margin.
So they give up plays, but they make plays too.
No, they do, and it's all because the defensive line gets home. They disrupt the passing flow.
Yeah, but you still gotta have people in the second, and they dropped a lot of interceptions already too.
No, they have.
So if they holding on to them balls, man, they playing in good position. It's easy to say they're the weak spot, but they're playing really strong together. They're playing as a team.
Sticking with the secondary, let me ask you this: if Jones can come back and he's the difference between us making the Super Bowl or not, do you play him?
You asked me this last week, and my answer is going to be the same. No.
No.
I don't think you break that. Like I said before, chemistry.
Well, you don't start him. You put him in a dime. You put him in a nickel. He's in the snap count.
That's fine. That's okay, and that's what I said. You gotta play him as the 4th corner, so you don't.
Who's your top 3? Mills, Douglas, Robinson.
No, Mills, Darby, and Robinson.
Right.
Yeah, Douglas gets pushed to the
really
the nickel or dime. I'm in the dime now. Yeah, he's not better in the slot.
No.
Than Robinson.
If anybody goes in the slot, it's Mills, but Robinson's playing well.
Mills not going in the slot. He's not going to go. Robinson is going in the slot. Robinson is their slot corner.
Yeah, he's the number 1 rated corner in the league,
right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, he's their slot corner, so he's going to play slot.
Right.
And that allows you to keep Malcolm Jenkins back and McLeod back to roam the field. But yeah, Russell Douglas gets pushed back on the depth chart because it's just process elimination, like out of who's better, and you got to start the better ones.
I would actually go Darby over Jones. I'm not Darby over Jones, Douglas over Jones right now, just because Douglas is paid.
Yeah, me too.
That's
why I said with Jones, you just gotta.
You pick your spots with him.
Yeah, you just can't. You can't just throw him in because you already got a bond with these guys on the field, and they're playing knowing where each other is.
Right.
So you just take that.
Offensive MVP. What you got?
Who else? 2 wins.
Defensive MVP.
That's a tough one.
I went Fletch.
I was going to say Fletch because
when he's in the game, it's a completely it's different. Yeah, it's different.
He collapses the pocket.
Yeah,
everything.
he's so disruptive. It's not even funny.
But with them 2 in the middle, it's just crazy because you got to pick your poison.
He is unblockable 1-on-1.
Right.
Like you can't block him 1-on-1.
Yeah, I agree.
Crazy.
I agree.
Crazy. All right, let's go to these college picks, man. Yo, the homie BDiddy couldn't be with us again this week. It's all good. I wish last week's episode would have went up. The homie went 4-0. Killed him last week. 4-0 last week. Shout out to the homie BDiddy for the locks. We got some more locks for y'all. He's going right back with Purdue -9.5 at Rutgers. He's going Oklahoma State -7 at Texas. He's going SMU -7.5 at Cincy. And we got 2 bonus picks for y'all. Syracuse +17 at Miami. And a shocker, Michigan +9.5 at Penn State.
Wow.
Yeah. I looked at the picks when he sent them to me when he said he couldn't make it. Purdue has been covering a lot. I know that a lot of people are overvaluing Rutgers because I think they had a big win not a week or two ago. I think Texas is actually, when Texas has been 7 and more against as a dog, they're 7-0 against the spread under this coach. So I'm not sure about that game. Don't know too much about SMU and Cincy. I know Miami's not the Miami that we all remember, so Syracuse could be a good value buy there.
Syracuse upset at Clemson.
Right, yeah. So, and they're 2 touchdown dogs right here. But Michigan, man, that offense is, I don't know what is up with it. I've seen Michigan play a couple times. I know their starting quarterback's out, and the backup is nowhere. The starting quarterback wasn't that good, and the backup is not close to even being close to what the starter was. You're going into the big house. Wasn't be loud. It's in Penn State.
7, you got them?
It's +9.5.
It's a good pick because they play each other tight, but
I
think Penn State blew them out last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I just don't see Michigan scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my thing. I just don't see Michigan scoring on them.
And that's crazy because Penn State got a tough schedule coming up.
Right.
3 of them. So they got Michigan State, Ohio State, and Michigan this week. So it's Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State.
Stretch.
Yeah, that's a tough stretch. But I think they're gonna.
Yeah, but I see Penn State is averaging 30 points a game. I know Michigan's got a tough defense though. I know that for sure.
They coach well, and I can see their defense probably taking a blueprint of when they played who was it, Northwestern, and they held Shaquan Barkley
Right.
to 1 yard or something
For the
before halftime. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that game.
Yeah. And it was spying him. They were doing everything they could, and I think Michigan has the athletes, which are much better than Northwestern. They can probably do the same thing.
Yeah, I heard Northwestern is tough to play in. It's tough to get a win in. So yeah, we'll see. Shout out to the homie BDiddy with more locks, man. Next week,
Good job, buddy.
we're gonna be halfway through the season, so we'll do a tally of all his bets to see where he's at, where the clip is. But I'm pretty sure he might be hitting almost close to 60%, which is well above the average of the professional bettors of 53%. So if y'all want them locks, man, y'all get free plays, free money moves from the homie BDiddy, part of the money team, MoneyPot Podcast. Now it's time for our turn. And this is what we do. Yeah, I did, man. I'm a little classy today, bro. A little classy.
I got you.
A little classy. And make sure, man, y'all go check out www.moneypotpodcast.com. Sooner or later, we're going to have a store up. Got some new gear on. A little long sleeve for the, I want to say cold weather, but it ain't getting cold. It's going to be 75, so I don't know. So I went back, Steve, and I've been keeping a clip of all my plays for up to week 7, which is this week. The money moves ain't been that good, man. I'm 8-9 in my locks, but on the season overall, 47-36, 76%. I'm hitting.
Nice.
But the money moves is where we get the money and when we tell everybody what a lock is. So definitely going to get that. I'm predicting it. Going 3-0 this week, man.
Get it.
Going 3-0 this week, man. I ain't playing no games. First game. Tennessee versus Cleveland, -6. What you got for me, buddy?
I want Tennessee. I mean, if you can buy points, buy a couple points, but think Tennessee is going to, start rolling. They, top of their division, so they got to hold on to it.
I can see that pick. I mean, DeMarco Murray's hurt. Mariota is still kind of hobbled. Obviously, we saw that last week. And I think, what's his name? Is it Kaiser?
Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah. They're going back with Kaiser.
Yeah.
The worst QBR in goddamn history at like 50%, which is insane. Everything is saying Tennessee. I'm going Cleveland. I believe in the land. And not only am I going Cleveland, Cleveland wins the game. They get their first win in the game. I'm calling it. Money line bet. It'll be on a parlay for me. Believe that. Going Cleveland. Going Cleveland. I believe in the land. Next game. Jags and the Colts. Hold on, one second.
There you go.
This is my first 1-0 right here, man. All right. Give me the Jags. Are we ready to bet on Blake Bortles yet? Not really. But that Colts defense is ranked 31st in the league. They can't run the ball. Luck ain't coming back no time soon. I think he's going to be out for the season.
Yeah, they said it was a setback.
Yeah, it was all a ploy anyway to get people to keep coming to the games. And so the Colts is going to have to pass against the best passing secondary in the league. The game flow just doesn't sound. It just don't sound good. I mean, I know Fournette's hobbled, but
He still gets money.
I actually think Blake Bortles actually has a good game. I think he throws for a couple touchdowns this game. Surprisingly. Give me the Jags -3, man. What's up?
I got the Jags too. I just don't see Indianapolis beating them.
Anything. I don't see anything. Next game.
Here comes the money.
Oh!
Here we go.
Back to back.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, I should do that for my no. Go back to back. I like that better. This is the steal of the week, bro. Big Ben is horrible. I believe there's something more to what's going on in Pittsburgh than just them stalling. I really think Big Ben might have regressed and his skills are diminished. I mean, the only way they can really win if they run Le'Veon like 30 times. I mean, that's the only time they won. He hasn't been efficient at all. And
but they've just been making the plays like Antonio Brown still making plays.
Yeah, but it was a gift. It wasn't like he went up and got it. It was a gift.
Take it.
Yeah, but it was a gift. It was absolutely a gift. Yeah. And then that's just looking at the way they played. It's a division game. They always play each other tough. Getting close to a touchdown, I love Cincy. I love Cincy in this game. If they lose or even if they lose, I think it's still a field goal. It's a field goal game.
Okay.
It's always been like that. It's always been a dog fight between these two teams.
Yeah, I went the other way. I went Pittsburgh. I also put down there if you could buy a couple points, tease it down.
Just to get the win.
Yeah. You could tease it down for the win, or just buy like 3 points. But I like Pittsburgh to win this game. I just think that they're a good enough team.
You can only buy 2 points, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. But I just like Pittsburgh, man. I think they're going to start to show people that like their defense is actually real good.
No, their defense is good. I mean, they might have a top 5 defense.
That's what they was lacking the last couple years. Their defense sucked.
Yeah, but
especially against the pass.
They're off. I mean, as much talent is on that offense.
I think they're going to be okay.
That offense is
they'll be fine.
Kind of trash right now.
Yeah.
Next game. Be more in Minnesota, man. What you got for me, buddy?
I want Minnesota on this one. I wanted to go Baltimore because of their defense and this Case Keenum starting